Game number 5 of the NLCS between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds, and it is officially win or go home for Cincinnati. If they do win this game, we will head on over to Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois for the rest of this NLCS. But the Chicago Cubs have had full control over this NLCS since game number 1, where the Reds did go on the road and win. The next 3 outings have been all victories for Chicago. So for the Reds, again, gotta win here to advance. They will have the lefty on the mound in Brandon Williamson. The Cubs will send out the former Pirate / Yankee Jameson Taillon. If you missed games 1 through 4, there it is on the screen right there. Games 2 and 4, very close, but both close games in this series were won by the Cubs. Again, hitting difficulty still on Legend. I saw the comments about changing the camera angle. I'll give it one more game, see how we fare, and then I'll look at maybe changing the camera angle. I don't know. Again, Taillon on the hill for Chicago and Williamson on the bump for the Reds. And folks, if you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more Cincinnati Reds franchise mode here on the channel. Let's get game number 5 underway. No matter what, we'll have Reds franchise tomorrow, whether it be game number 6 of the NLCS or the offseason. We'll have Reds franchise coming at you tomorrow as well. Brandon Williamson has struggled some in the playoffs. 5.23 ERA, over 10 1/3 pitched. Williamson will see first up Nico Hoerner on the 3-1. He drew a walk in his first at-bat in game number 4. He'll do it again here. Hoerner's on first base for Dansby Swanson. 1-1 pitch. Swanson hits that fastball in left field. Matt McLain is in the outfield tonight. We go back to our normal order against right-handed pitching here tonight. India in the 8, Benson in the 6. The rest are the guys you expect in this Reds lineup. Cody Bellinger will fly one to the aforementioned Will Benson. He has got it 2 down now for the 4 spot. Patrick Wisdom on the 1-1 pitch. Wisdom saws his bat off, and that pop fly goes straight to one Jeimer Candelario. Here comes Jameson Taillon. He's had a good playoff so far, even though it's only been 1 start in 6 2/3. But again, the Reds have seen success earlier in the season against him. We'll see what they can do here tonight after they have struggled in back-to-back-to-back games. TJ Friedl will get popped out to start us off. Matt McLain now comes up on the full count. McLain hits that fastball the opposite way. It's going to get down. Matt McLain will be on with a 1-out single, getting the hitting started early for this Red squad. Here comes Jeimer Candelario! And that's what's been missing for the Reds. Not the home runs. We have gotten some, but it's been scoring with runners on, and that's what Jeimer Candelario does. 449 feet off the bat, his 7th home run of this postseason. My goodness, Candelario having an all-time playoffs this year, came into today batting .383, which that's his average has been down because of the last couple nights, but Candelario puts us on top here in game number 5, 2-0. JD Martinez gets a high breaking curveball. It's going deep right center field. It's out of here as well. Back to back for the Reds. They did it earlier in the playoffs as well. Candy and JD Martinez, the 2 veterans on this Reds team. Martinez goes 397 feet, and this game is 3-0 just like that in the first inning. The Reds taking advantage of Jameson Taillon early on in this ball game. Ellie De La Cruz will get under that fastball. It's going to be caught out there in center field by Cody Bellinger. But this again has been what's been missing for the Reds, getting out to early leads, putting pressure on their opponents. I mean, you can't do anything better right there with that swing with Will Benson. He goes perfect, and lines it straight to the third baseman and Christopher Morel. But let's now hope our pitching can get going. We had good pitching last game. Again, we just couldn't score, and as soon as I say that, Christopher Morel, who has been ice cold in this playoffs, came into today batting .184, takes Williamson deep into left field, 402 feet off the bat, his 2nd of the playoffs. This game's now 3-1. So again, if our pitching can remain decent, we will be in a good spot tonight. Again, anyone is able to be used at the bullpen, even though we are dealing with some injuries. No TJ Antone tonight. Of course, Max Scherzer's out probably for the rest of the playoffs. We have brought in Buck Farmer. We have added him to the postseason roster just because, again, we are limited on guys. Stuart Fairchild also, by the way, is injured. But again, he's not a pitcher. But I'm just saying we have 3 injuries that we've all gotten in this one NLCS series. Taillon retires the first 2 batters here of the bottom of the 2nd. Tyler Stevenson went perfect hitting last game, and he does it again. They're actually going to give him the hit on this one. I guess it was a tough play on Christopher Morel. Stevenson's on with the single. TJ Friedel, though, with the bad swing on that fastball. It's fine, though. Cincinnati still up 3-1 as we go to the top of the third. Yan Gomes swinging a miss on the Williamson slurve. We'll have one out in the inning now for Nico Hoerner, the second baseman. Hoerner gets that high-breaking slurve. Benson with the bad read off it, but he's still going to make the grab. Benson gets the second out the inning, and now Dansby Swanson is going to bloop one to right field. Benson, unfortunately, can't charge in and make that play. We'll have 2 outs still for Cody Bellinger, lefty-lefty matchup, and Bellinger hits one into left field. Back-to-back knocks by Chicago. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. Patrick Wisdom, though, gonna stare at strike 3. Up and in by Williamson. We go to the bottom of the third. Matt McLain up first for the Reds. That ball is launched, but it just has too much under it. That one's going to be caught in right field. Jeimer Candelario out, stings one, deep right center field. It's up, and it is out of here. Candy's second of the game, his 8th of the postseason, 398 feet off the bat of the Candyman, Jeimer Candelario. He has been on fire in the playoffs, and he gives the Reds now a 4-1 lead, getting that solo home run that Christopher Morel hit earlier right back. As JD Martinez unfortunately can't follow up on it, he will ground out. Ellie De La Cruz now in the 2-2. Oh man, hits a missile back at Jameson Taillon. He will beat out the throw, and unlike TJ Antone, who had to come out the game, Taillon stays in. They just said he was a little bit sore. I'm like, really? Okay, it's fine. Benson is going to take ball 3, and Ellie De La Cruz will swipe second. Now at the plate, Benson tries to hit that fastball, but unfortunately just going to get under it. Cody Bellinger in center field makes the play. To the 4th inning, we now head. Seiya Suzuki leading things off for Chicago, just too late. Not much heat on that cutter by Williamson, but still 90 mile an hour is able to put Suzuki away. Now Williamson switches it up on Christopher Morel, striking him out in the curveball. Ian Happ on the 1-2, bounces one up the middle. Can Jonathan India make the play? He will on the run. It's a 1-2-3 shut down top of the 4th by Brandon Williamson. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Noel Martegna leads things off by popping one out to second base. And again, Brandon Williamson was our best guy in the regular season. Truly, I think he was better than John Means. He was better than Max Scherzer, probably because of Scherzer's injury, but still, he was our best starter. And really, he's struggled in the playoffs so far. We need, again, him to continue that regular season form in this game. Stevenson's 4-for-4 streak ends right there as we go into the top of the 5th. Ryan Noda hit the only home run and drove in the only run in game number 4. Will pop out to Will Benson in right field. Yan Gomes gonna line one. He had a very tough start to this NLCS, but Yan Gomes will be on with a 1-out single, bringing up the top of the order. Nico Hoerner on the 2-2 pitch. Hoerner, man, that ball should probably drop. No, Will Benson takes it away. I was going to say the Cubs have been getting a lot of those bloop hits in the opposite field, but that one's going to be caught by Will Benson. However, this one will not be caught. Dansby Swanson drives one in the gap. TJ Friedel is there, but it probably should score. Yan Gomes from first, and it will. The Cubs make this a 4-2 game with that 2-out RBI double by Dansby Swanson. Tying run now into the box. Cody Bellinger 1-2 pitch. Oh, we'll take the help. We'll take the help on that strike 3 looking. We go to the bottom of the 5th. TJ Friedel leading things off. That one's just going to bounce over the head of Taillon, and Friedel will beat it out. Not even a throw by Nico Hoerner puts Friedel on first base. He now looks to swipe second. He will on that curveball. Pretty easy to steal off of Taillon. Very slow motion. 2-2 pitch. We send him again. That's a ball. Friedel is in there. Bad throw by Yan Gomes, and TJ Friedel steals second and third, and now this is just good baseball right here. Matt McLain hits one into center field. It should be deep enough for the sacrifice fly, and it is. We drive in a run after 2 steals and a sac fly. TJ Friedel goes all around the bases. It's 5-2 as Jeimer Candelario comes up. Didn't think this one was going to be caught, but it does. Seiya Suzuki catches one in the corner out there in right field. 2 gone for JD Martinez. He bounces one through the legs of Taillon. Martinez is on with his second hit of the night, and that will do it for Taillon. In comes the lefty Drew Smiley, 3.6 ERA so far in the playoffs. Again, did very well against this guy in the regular season, and there we go. Ellie De La Cruz into right center field. Ellie's going to have extra bases. JD Martinez looking to go first to home. He should have it easy. De La Cruz looking for third. Everybody's safe. 2 out. RBI triple for Ellie De La Cruz makes this game 6-2. Will Benson now hitting off a lefty. Probably maybe should have subbed in Spencer Steer right there. It's a ground out. We go to the 6th. And here comes Buck Farmer. Just added to the playoff roster, but we needed a guy in replacement for TJ Antone. He comes in and gets Patrick Wisdom to stare at strike 3. slider down the middle. It's Buck Farmer's first out of this playoffs, and now Seiya Suzuki will fly out into right to Will Benson. Just like that, 2 outs for Farmer. Here comes Christopher Morel in the 1-2. Got him! Excellent performance by Buck Farmer coming in here and shutting the door on the Cubs. There's a little sliding play by Ryan Noda, and now this is where we bring in Spencer Steer. Steer will come in here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th for Jonathan India. Because of the matchup against Drew Smiley, Steer hits one into the gap, and he will have extra bases. Steer now moves to the outfield and left. McLean will come in and play second base. We have 1 out for Tyler Stevenson. Oh, that ball is snagged at second by Nico Hoerner. I thought it was going to get through. 2 gone for TJ Friedl, runner on third, and again, the 2-out hitting by the Reds has been absolutely clutch tonight, 7-2. Friedl and Alex is still another base. I thought we had the hit and run to perfection right there, but Hoerner recovers in time, keeping the deficit at 5 for the Cubs. In comes the lefty, Gregory Soto. 2.08 ERA so far in this postseason, over 4 1/3. He will see Ian Happ first. Again, another crucial shutdown inning for Cincinnati. Ian Happ, though, gonna line one into right, leadoff man on. Ryan Noda, though, whiffs at a fastball, 98 for Soto. 1 gone, Yan Gomes at the dish. That one's driven. Yan Gomes does not tolerate this disrespect. He's been on fire since we made fun of him after game number 2. Yan Gomes is going to be on with the double. Runners on second and third with 1 out for Nico Hoerner. Got him on the fastball. Huge AB with Dansby Swanson. 3-1 pitch, we lose him. They are loaded for Cody Bellinger with 2 outs. Lefty, 1-2 pitch. Bellinger gets a slider that just hangs over the middle of the plate, and the Cubs are within 1. 7-6 here in the top of the 7th. Cody Bellinger's third of the playoffs goes 401 feet. And now again, the Cubs have drawn back within 1 run. Soto has an abysmal outing, and now Emilio Pagan, we are short on arms. Emilio Pagan probably gonna have to go 4 outs here. Patrick Wisdom first. Oh man, he hits that ball a mile. It's going to stay in the park, though. TJ Friedl off the warning track puts him away to the bottom of the 7th. Jeimer Candelario first for Cincinnati. Going to hit that sinker into center field. By the way, Mark Leiter Jr. now pitching for the Cubs. That's 1 out for JD Martinez. He's already homered so far tonight. He might have just done it again. Sinker down. That ball's up, and it is out of here. JD Martinez makes it 8-6. 2 home runs in 1 game for the DH. 415 off the bat. Both him and Candy with 2 home runs tonight is absolutely huge. He gives us an insurance run, 8-6. But again, we're looking for more. Ellie De La Cruz goes up the middle, and unfortunately, Nico Hoerner is going to take one away. 2 down now for the 6th spot, Will Benson, and Benson is just going to get jammed on that sinker inside. To the 8th. Emilio Pagan is still pitching. Seiya Suzuki comes up first, and that one is not knocked down by Pagan on the hill. Suzuki's on, and the tying run is to the plate. Christopher Morel in the 3-2 pitch, going to hit that cutter in right field. If he let it go, it probably wouldn't have been a ball, but we'll take it. 1 out, runner on first. Ian Happ, the batter on the 1-1, gonna hit one right to Ellie De La Cruz. Ball does not bounce, it's a line out. Still Suzuki on first base for Ryan Noda, and he will fly one out into center field, right to the center fielder in Friedl. You go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-8 our score, looking for a little bit more maybe to give us again that added insurance into the 9th inning. Levy Marte starts off the inning against Carl Edwards Jr. by flying out, but Spencer Steer, who checked into the game midway through as a substitution for Jonathan India, is now 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Truly incredible. Tyler Stevenson out of the dish on the 1-2 pitch. Oh, just going to get tied up on that slurve. 2 outs for TJ Friedl on the 1-2. Friedl into right field. Another time in this game where Friedl has had clutch 2-out hitting. It's another RBI. 9-6 the score for the Reds. Matt McLean on the 1-1 takes a bad swing, but that ball is going to get by the catcher in Yan Gomes, and Friedl goes from first to third on a passed ball. Matt McLean on the 1-2, though, will strike out on a slurve away. So it's to the top of the 9th, and here comes Alexis Diaz. He's got a 3-run cushion, and he's trying to slam the door on the Cubs to send the series back to Chicago, and he'll strike out Yan Gomes to start things off. Here comes Nico Honer. On the 2-2 pitch, ball is bounced on the ground. No Levy Marte has got it, and that will be the second out of the inning. Here comes Dansby Swanson on the 1-2. That ball's on the ground. J-Mary Candelario gonna take it himself to first, and that's your ball game. The Cincinnati Reds have fought and they have battled and they will take the series back to Wrigley Field. They have lived to fight another day, and we will go on back to Wrigley Field for game number 6 tomorrow night. Again, they will need to win back-to-back games at Wrigley Field to remain alive this season and to move on to the World Series. But it's better than losing tonight. Hey, we still have a chance. The Reds are not done just yet. And we'll be back tomorrow, folks, for game number 6 of the NLCS. So, folks, thank you for watching episode number 23 of the Reds franchise mode here on MLB The Show 24. If you haven't yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Give a for watching. And Mamba, forever.